Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode from the BAS Specials. So, as you know, today we're talking with founders, entrepreneurs, and everyone that's here at the BAS in Sarajevo. So next up, I have Nina Dremelj. She's an entrepreneur, an investor, and ecosystem builder. And we're going to talk about more about her journey and being part of BAS as well. I believe it's not your first year here.
No,
so
it's not.
you're going to share more about it, but the BAS and what you're doing. So first of all, for people to more understand the context of who you are, can you share more about your journey and what you're doing currently?
Okay. First of all, thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be here. And also hi to all of my friends in Macedonia. Actually, my path is quite interesting. I would say there are so many ups and downs, but still here we are. So I started at Ministry of Foreign Affairs as my first job, right after I finished my master's. It was one hell of a job for everyone. Like my whole brother family, everyone. Wow, this is amazing job. But I was actually one who was the least happier there. Why? Because simply I was too bored at this job. That's not job for me. I'm a salesperson by my heart, but it's in my DNA to sell. So I need to be part of quite moving, quite dynamic ecosystem, which Ministry of Foreign Affairs for sure were not. Specifically not 20 years ago. So one day I was sitting at my table and I was asking myself, okay, Nina, should you clinically die or you will go out? And I decided to go out. And that was the best decision in my lifetime when it comes to the professional path. Then I was part of different companies. I had to build several startups, companies from scratch. We sold some of them more successfully, some of them less, but there was a learning curve where I figured out that I'm good at leading people, at managing companies, that I don't need to have to be super specifically expert in different topics, but my job is actually leading the teams. And I joined Business Angels in 2015. At that time as a vice president, and also I took a quite bullish option to say, okay, I want to put Business Angels on the top of the investment pyramid in Slovenia, because also I didn't know what Business Angels are. And I was actually part of that ecosystem with our companies. And the second one was actually to start investing, because a few years before I joined, there was not a lot of investment happening. And it was pity because Business Angels are meant to do the investments. And we were successful. We actually achieved all those goals. And then I joined with my business partner. I built a Swiss-based venture capital fund. At the same time, I was running a company in Austria. And then in 2019, I came back. I built my own investment, pretty much family office, or if you want to say investment vehicle, called Talita Capital. And year after that, I took over the Business Angel. And at the same time, I started building the Deep Tech Fund together with the team at that time. Vesna, now it's called Vesna Deep Tech Fund, which was successfully raised or started operating last year in July. But that we are not bored, and I'm not a bored person. We actually in between built a first angel, purely angel supported fund, which was B2B software fund in 2021, which is called DA Fund. It's led by Darko Butina, and I'm super happy that he actually accepted that time to do that. So in a 5 years time, we had 2 funds that were built. We actually have a successful network that is really working well. We expanded towards the whole Balkan region, including North Macedonia. So here we are. And we are today on a BAS, which is actually, let's say, central business angel that is happening through the whole Balkan, where actually we are connecting from all Balkan countries together in a central spot.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for sharing the experiences that you've had so far. So, what is the capital that you're managing throughout all this angel business fund that you mentioned before?
So, as an angel, I'm investing my own capital. Depends. My average ticket used to be 100K per investment per startup. Now it's a bit lower because I'm also focused on my fund. In that fund, we were managing 2.5 million. It's a small angel fund, but so far really successful. With Vesna Deep Tech, we are managing 50 million, so 50.
Awesome. Any certain fields and stages of startups that you're particularly interested in?
So me personally, as an angel investor, I don't give a lot of attention to the stages, to be honest. It's more about that I like the team. I'm always, as an angel, investing in teams that can pivot, which means that take certain characteristic of the person, like from character point of view, to be able to do that. So if you're not able, I'm not going to invest. It has nothing to do with stubbornness. It has nothing to do with ego. It has nothing to do with expertise. It's about skills that you are actually willing, capable to listen the market, to listen the people, to listen your team and also yourself, to switch whenever is needed to save and to be much more successful your company. So as an angel is that. With the fund, it's a deep tech that arises from technology transfer, which means whatever comes from public or private research institutions, primarily from Slovenia and Croatia, but it can also be outside if they are collaborating with those two countries, which is in many cases happening. This is our sweet spot. And we're turning researchers or research-based ideas into commercialized products. So, for instance, you would probably know ChatGPT was built or developed at Stansted, and now it's a global product. So this is our sweet spot.
Amazing. Through all of this, experiences as an angel investor, could you at least separate some like the green flags and the red flags of the founders that you've invested in? Because most of the investors I talked to today are really putting an emphasis on the team, on the resilience, because the products and ideas can pivot, right? So
Yes.
the team is important. So can we, for example, touch upon some green flags and red flags when it comes to founders that you have noticed throughout your experience?
Okay, so you will have as many answers to that question as
people,
with many
yeah.
people you will talk to. Because people are different, we are different, we are investing in different stuff, we have different backgrounds, we have different personal characteristics. I would say that for me, red flags are majorly connected more with the team than with product itself, because angels usually we do invest in a really early stage where we pretty much cannot define the final product. I would say that the red flag is when you have a founder who is so stubborn, so blind, that everything that is happening, this person has a right to say the last word, which is usually the block stopper when this product enters the market. They're not capable to listen to the market. Nevertheless, the market says, we will not buy it, change it, they will not do it because they have their own right. So for me, this is the first the first red flag. Second red flag for me is when I'm talking with startups and on whatever question I ask them, they have a positive answer. That's for me a huge red flag. Because as a startup founder, like myself as investor, I have so many topics that are unsolved. I have so many fears, so many questions with different fields that I have to know, but I don't know them now. So I have to ask somebody. And for me, the most appreciated thing is that founders say, look, I understand your question. I don't have answer to it, or I don't know the answer to it, or I'm not capable to answer it because I don't have knowledge of it. But I do have a team member, or I do have something, blah, 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 showing they are fragile, but they're still having a backbone, which means also they're not over-promising. They are solid on standing solid on the ground. They know exactly what they're holding in their hands. They are aware that they are not on the top because they are not there yet. But nevertheless, when you are on the top, you still have to adjust always to something. So they are harder to beat down because of that, because they have a solid ground underneath. So this is the another red flag for me. Then in the end, the red flag can be also that people are not aware of the fact that paper stands everything. So in the end, pitch, all those success, etc. Yes, they are needed, of course. We all look at them. But don't put in these documents things you think that I want to hear. That's the biggest mistake, because I check 3 numbers and I can see easily from a financial plan that can be super basic that you're actually not telling me the truth, or you just made it up because you think I need to see this. Come to me or come to any angel with a proper business proposition that you can stand behind it, which means you can bet your life on it with this, what you're saying. Once this is the case, then this is super investable. On the other hand, the green lights are actually, or the green flags are actually the ones that are doing quite the opposite. So whatever was a red flag, if this is in the opposite, is a green flag. But also, what I'm always saying, I'm investing in teams that can pivot. Because angels are investing in super early stage. If you're not capable to pivot, team, product, market, business strategy, financials, whatever, you will die eventually. So you will get to the platform and you will not be able to scale it further on. So you have to be capable in your mindset as a founder, in your skills, in your knowledge and your longevity, if you want, to do the pivot. And you have to be fast with it. So you can easily see when you're talking with people about that, how they react. And if those reactions are few times the same, then you won't invest in them, because you can easily see that they will kill their own business eventually.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you for touching up on everything. I feel like it's really, really important. And I think there are similarities to what other people or the other people that have been on the podcast that have mentioned as green or as red flags as well. And is there a particular team or founders that you have enjoyed working with and that are a great example of like approach, of a pivoting, of like just like resilience of the long run, and have made the changes necessary in order to grow? Do you have an example of that? That's like on the top
Many
of
of
your...
them. I also have bad examples, but let's not touch them. They know it by themselves, that they are not worth it of my time, my investors' time, whatever. But this is also a learning curve for us, We are just humans. We are not nothing special. I think that the biggest mistake in this whole issue is that startups are mistakenly seeing investors as a gods. It's a vice versa. We need good startups, not the opposite. So you have to be really with the backbone, presenting yourself, etc., etc. But I would say I had quite a lot good experience with the startups that I invest in. Why? Especially because I invest in people I like. They usually are quite not similar to me, but similar to the beat I have, which means the energy, the proactiveness, execution based. I'm super execution person, super execution driven actually. So I don't like people who are promising stuff. So I will never invest in that kind of people, because they're totally opposite what I am. And I know that I'm going to be at some point burdened to them. Otherwise, I like the ones the most that I don't need to work with them, because they are much more advanced than I am. They just come to me that I'm actually some kind of support, help. Of course, at the beginning you help them, but then when they kick off, if they don't need you, they are the best. Those are the best startups. So I would say these are the cases that I love the most.
Do you have any examples
I
that
can
you would
tell
like
you,
to share?
Hooray Heroes from Slovenia, Sales Quiz from Slovenia, Boxing, Macedonian case. I love the team. I love the Ivana. She knows what she's doing. It's hard for her, I know, but I invested immediately with my colleague, actually from Greece, my angel colleague. We invested together in Boxing, and I'm going to further support them because I love what they are doing. Majority of people do not understand what they are doing, but they will do something. Either this or they will pivot, but I have strong beliefs in them. Then it was Polish case hotelier as a business angel that I invest. Astral 8, Slovenian team now moving to USA, so they are USA company. What else do I have? Now we're just closing, I mentioned today, Crypto Unity startup. It's amazing, Slovenian case. Now moving to USA because they are doing the educational app. So it's EdTech. They started with crypto, but it's for the people who don't have any clue about how to do investment, specifically now not in crypto. And they can invest like 100 euros, 200 euros because they walk them and teach them how to do it. And they have zero churn to that channel, which is amazing. And I observed team for more than 1 year, and they are really good team. They walk the talk. And so it's a pleasure to work with people, and that doesn't mean that they always agree what I say. Of course not, and I'm not expecting them to agree with everything that I say. But there, with every conversation we have, nevertheless, this is like, Nina, I'm sorry, I just need you to I need somebody. I called you because I have such a difficulties with my team. What should I do? It's like 5 minute chit chat, and then people or this person feels relieved, and it moves further. And then after a week, if I ask, is everything okay? You need anything? No, no, no. We solved everything. Cool. Now, sometimes you just need to be, as investor, a shoulder for cry. Nothing more, nothing less. So those teams are the best, if you ask me.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing all the examples. I think
Yeah,
this
of
is going to be
course.
very,
They
very
deserve
useful.
that. Come on.
Absolutely. We need to applaud them. I think like we need to be grateful for the good experiences that we have in the ecosystem and kind of encourage them and set them as a good example for any other teams that are going their way. We talked about the pros and cons and red and green flags in startups. Can we switch it out now to investors? Because I feel like it's mutual understanding. You need to make the decision as well. For example, the startup needs to pick a good investor for them. And it's not only about money and capital, it's about sometimes access to network, to markets. So from being in this space for such a long time, can you name also some of the, for example, the green and red flags in investors that you have seen so far?
Yeah, of course. I
Just
mean,
like one or two.
there's a typical red flag. Never talk with the investor who thinks that he's investor, because this person likes the label of being a business angel or investor, because it's super cool. I'm always saying Canva makes miracles. Just tell me what title I can put you the certificate on. So in the end, this doesn't matter. What defines the business angel or VC investor is the attitude. So first of all, if they think that you need to kiss their legs because they are so cool, because they are investors, walk away, because they need good deals, not vice versa. So for the good deals, VCs investors will fight for. So you should know what power you are holding as a startup. It's a game of win and win situation. It's not win and lose. It's a win-win situation. Then go away if you have an investor who wants to take more than half of your equity share. Nevertheless, they think that they are the only one with the money on the world. Walk away. Because the only thing that you have as a startup is you, your team, and your vision. Don't sell it for free. You know? So because the right investor will never ask you to do that. Because we are smart. This can be mathematically proven how much equity you should take, that you're not killing your investment further on. This is not a science. This is simple Excel with few formulas. So if person is saying that kind of rubbish, walk away. Then on the other side, I would say getting investor on board or dealing with investors, any kind of like business angels or venture capitals, it's a marriage, we know that. But I would always say, I'm always saying to my startups, look, how I imagine our marriage. If we sit down now in car, I'm from Ljubljana, so capital of Slovenia, and we drive to Paris 16 hours, if we will fight among each other after 2 kilometers, it's not worth it to invest in you. And I have a feeling now that this will happen, so I'm out. If I'm going to sit with you in our car and we will drive 16 hours towards Paris, we will have quite fruitful conversation. We will discuss many things. Maybe we will not even agree. Maybe we will have a small fight. It doesn't matter. But in the end, when we will come to Paris, we will came out from the car. We will be happy, and I will say, "This is one hell of a ride. I love it." Then I'm gonna invest in you. It's simple as that, because if you don't like the person, if there's something small that is ticking behind your brain, this is not okay. This is not okay. This goes for the startups. Walk away, because it's not going to be a marriage. It's going to be compulsive monitoring what you're doing, and you don't need this stuff. You need angel is there or investor is there. Either you do the reports, you don't do them for them, you do them for yourself. Firstly, but also that they're here to help you, to give you the support, any kind of you need, not to actually suffocating you.
Absolutely. Such a good analogy. And since we're short in time, I just want to ask you if there's a final message that you want to send out, either to startups or investors, as to kind of wrap up this interview.
Let me say that way. So I think that Balkan, as I said it today on a stage, I think that Balkan region, the whole, so from Slovenia down to the Macedonia, to Albania, so the whole package of our countries, is now on the right path to become the biggest, not just startup, but also investment hub in Europe. So what we have to do is to cooperate much more together on both levels, to start believing in each other. So it's all about trust, and we know how to trust each other. So it's beyond all the issues that are happening on local levels. Start working together on the cases. I'm not saying that there must be an investment, but at least to start sharing the deals, talk about them, sharing the good experience, helping those startups, helping other investors to co-invest, etc. I think that we can start the movement. And this movement started, but we have to cherish it. We have to keep it going, because once you become a powerful, all the problems that are today an issue, like lack of investments, lack of trust, lack of money, etc., will be a sweet problem. So we have to stick to that. And BAS is one of the reasons why we're doing it. So we are strongly supporting this, me personally, and also the network of ours. It's a necessity to do it. It's a necessity to be here, and it's a necessity to spread the word to the whole Balkan region and beyond.
Amazing, wonderfully put. Nina, thank you so much for being
Thank
a
you.
part of Startup Revolution podcast, the BAS special edition. It was lovely to talk to you, even though we had a short time. I believe we're going to catch up on later. But I loved your insights and everything that you shared, and I feel like it's going to be helpful to everyone listening. Thank you so much.
Enjoy. Ciao.
Awesome. Thank you for tuning in this episode, and catch you in the next one. Subscribe on our YouTube channel. Thank you.